Hello and welcome back to another out-of-spec detailing video here from Clear Detailing in Northern Colorado. In today's video, we're talking yet again about the Tesla Cybertruck. You know, on this channel, I've produced many videos specifically talking about the stainless steel, how to clean it, what products to use, what products not to use, and really talking about how to protect it. But one thing we haven't covered is what do these trucks actually look like after winter time. Here in Colorado, we have a very harsh environment considering our road conditions, talking about lots of mag chloride, salt brine, all the nastiness that they put all over the roads. And I really want to see what the Cybertruck stainless steel looks like after a full winter here in Colorado. Spoiler alert, I've had a lot of customers calling me because once they've rinsed off all the dirt and grime from the winter time, there's lots of staining underneath. So welcome back and let's jump into it. Now, there are many topics, of course, we have already covered here on this channel talking about the stainless steel of the Cybertruck. If you guys haven't watched this channel before, basically a year ago in early January of 2025, I went down to Austin, Texas to detail one of the first Tesla Cybertrucks out there. Again, I produced many videos talking about the products to use, the products not to use, and importantly, I was trying to figure out how to actually protect the stainless steel. A lot of people have told me throughout this last year that, oh, you don't need protection on it. The stainless steel won't stain. And basically everything I've seen, especially here in Colorado with our harsh climate, harsh mag chloride, and harsh winters, I was right. And the reality is I have had so many customers reaching out to me now that we're getting into springtime here and saying, hey, I've been washing my truck throughout the winter time. I've been trying to keep it clean. Now I've been able to actually wash it. I think people sitting in LA when it's 70 degrees every day don't really understand climate here in Colorado. When you're up in Vail, when you're going up I-70 and it's 20 degrees outside, you have lots of mag chloride on the road, you have all these chemicals that are sitting there, then we get a cold snap for a few weeks or it doesn't get above 30 degrees, it can be very challenging to actually wash your trucks. Now, the aspect that I have been, again, very looking into is trying to figure out what kind of protection can we put on the stainless steel to make it clean up a lot easier and stay a lot cleaner. Now, some of the issues early on we had talked about were fingerprints. Now, we have really figured out how to remove fingerprints, products to use on that. Then the other thing we moved into is basically how do we get this industrial fallout? There was a few articles that came out that said Cybertrucks were rusting, and I'm sure photos of this are going to actually look like the truck is rusting. It's actually not. This is something we see on painted vehicles and something that happens when it rains on the road, when you get iron particulates that fall out. The same exact thing happens on painted vehicles. That's why you see people using clay bars, chemicals like Iron X. But really the stainless steel of the Cybertruck gets a little bit more tricky. Water spots are very prone to stay on here and really get in there, so much so that you really have to use my solution like Barkeeper's Friend and Windex to physically remove them. But if you're putting a ceramic coating or something similar on there, it will very much help. Now, of course, there's a lot of people out there who have been wrapping their Cybertrucks, who've been putting PPF on it. I kind of have a soft spot though for the stainless steel, the raw, naked look of the stainless steel. And my process of figuring out how to actually clean it and protect it seems to have been very useful. Now, this is a customer that took delivery last year. This is an actually very early Tesla Cybertruck Foundation series. He's had it for over a year now. So very early truck here. And the maintenance on this has not been perfect. The customer has told me, listen, I don't wash this thing all the time. I do my best with it. And I think that's a lot of people. But again, going back to what I've been hearing early this spring is a lot of people are very frustrated. They're either trying to sell their Cybertruck, they're just trying to keep it clean for spring. I had one customer actually who was trading his truck in for a Rivian. He called me down. He wanted to just get a quick cleanup on the truck. He said, yeah, I'm noticing some spots here and there. I think it just needs a good wash, a good interior, and then I can easily sell the truck. I get down to his house there expecting to take it back to the shop here, do a quick wash, do a quick interior job, and I realized wow, winter was incredibly harsh on this truck. And basically came to find out he didn't want to spend the money to get it perfectly done before he sold it. So this has kind of been transpiring over the last month as it's gotten warmer. People have actually been able to physically go in and wash their trucks, and this truck is no example. So I want to take you around this truck, showing you what just one winter looks like on a completely unprotected Cybertruck. Now, I think a lot of people are going to say, oh, you just have to wash it. But then go back to how Colorado actually is. It's not always 70 degrees outside. You can't go hand wash your truck. Yes, you can take it through car washes, but if this mag chloride and stuff sits on the stainless steel, you're going to see a lot of this chemical reaction. So let's take you on a quick tour. So between the two first clips you actually saw, the first one out in the detail bay here and the one that I just shot, I actually went through and fully washed the truck. Now standing back here, actually it looks relatively decent. The stainless steel looks decently even until you start coming in and you see all of this staining. This is not just a bad wash job. This is all of the mag chloride, all the contaminants that are all over the stainless steel. Look at the front bumper here. Holy smokes. This is genuinely the worst I've seen. I've had some customers send me photos. The truck that I was talking about earlier pretty much looked like this on the whole truck, but then you come down to this driver's door and this is where you go, oh my God. And this is really the reality. If you want a truck, you want to leave it stainless steel, you're going to tell me it doesn't need to be washed, doesn't need to be cleaned, don't really care about it. What I'm finding is a lot of customers who maybe had that initial opinion are going, wow, this thing really looks nasty. And this truck is basically full cheetah print. This is absolutely insane. I don't know if you can see how big all of these splotches absolutely everywhere are. But this to me is kind of a massive problem. And again, the funny thing is, I hear from Cybertruck owners that are in Florida, they're in California, and they're like, oh, my stainless steel's a breeze to clean. If you actually live in a harsh environment like Colorado, other areas like Minnesota, and Northeast that actually gets snow, has mag chloride, this is going to be your reality if you don't protect it with a ceramic coating. Now, I'm sure a lot of you are asking, how do you actually clean this up? Well, of course, Barkeeper's Windex method. So we're going to be using the Barkeeper's Friend liquid form, doing it with Windex, then coating this with Clean by Pan the Organizer's 8-year ceramic coating. Hilarious thing is, when this truck actually came in, I took a video, posted it on Twitter, and people are telling me how to use my own method to clean the truck. Meanwhile, I'm just simply showing you what a winter in Colorado looks like on unprotected stainless steel. Now up here, you'll also notice basically water spots everywhere. This is just a funny thing with stainless steel to me. I don't quite understand the name of stainless steel because it does stain. These are stains. This is not something you can just wipe off. This is very much in the actual stainless steel. We need a bit of an abrasive, hence the Barkeeper's Friend, to actually remove it. Coming back here, this area is really bad. And this on the Cybertrucks, from what I've seen from customers, has been an area that gets pretty nasty. Basically, you have this kind of air curtain back here as you're driving down the road with this big wedge shape, get a lot of water on here. Look at the water staining on this truck. It is insane. So not only do you have all those little spots here from mag chloride, but you just have water staining for days. And I don't really think this is necessarily this customer completely neglecting it. This is just reality of how harsh Colorado is and not doing really anything to the stainless steel. I can't say that enough, but this to me is crazy. And I think I am hoping this video will help showcase to people, if you're not going to protect your Cybertruck, you live in a harsh environment, just using glass cleaner to clean it, taking it through a car wash is not going to make the difference. You have to put some sort of protection on this if you want to keep the stainless steel looking nice. Now, the Barkeeper's Friend solution is something that I really hope customers and people out there are not doing every month to their truck, because I do fear you can make it too shiny. For me, it's kind of one of those things. I want to do it one time, put the coating on there, and then when that coating kind of wears off, you're starting to notice more staining as that coating fails. then you can redo it. This should not be a process you're doing every month, every 2 months, really even every 6 months. So the coating should massively help here in the wintertime. We've had some trucks that I've coated with Clean by Pan the Organizer's 8-year coating, my favorite coating for the stainless steel here. So I will be doing some updates as I see those trucks after the winter here in Colorado. So yeah, this is just insane. I mean, I really am shocked how bad this looks. So the last thing I want to do here, I just want to grab some of my Barkeeper's Friend Windex. I want to show you what it looks like after it's done. And you guys have seen this a million times. I'm not going to show you how to do it. I'll leave links in the description below so you can see the full end-to-end process, how to do that, how to coat the truck, basically everything. I just want to show you what a little spot looks like on some very, very heavy contamination from all of that mag chloride. But man, it is truly insane. The weird thing to me is how not bad this side is compared to the driver's side. I mean, yes, you have some pretty nasty spots. Look at stuff like this. Insane. And again, this doesn't just wipe away. This is stained in here. It is looking pretty nasty. But yeah, the door is not as bad as the driver's side, which is crazy. It's also interesting to see this etching on the foundation series, what that actually looks like. This side has way more water spotting than over here. This side is just one of the craziest I've ever seen. Contamination on that is just out of this world crazy. So I just quickly want to show you here, this is how you can do this process. This is the Barkeeper's Friend Soft Cleanser. Again, the liquid form, the sprayable form does not work. Also, don't use the powder form. Now you can completely do this by hand using a microfiber applicator. What I like to do is use kind of like a 6-inch or 3-inch random orbital with a yellow Rupaz foam pad, put it on that and basically polish the whole truck. But this is what it looks like after the Barkeeper's Friend solution. So you can tell it brightens the stainless steel, doesn't make it shiny, but it makes it look this very nice silver. We call this all tea staining over here, but importantly, as the hood's trying to open here, front trunk, all of these little marks completely gone from this area. Now I also did this spot over here just to show you guys on this door, this really disgusting, nasty door. So there's your before and there's your after. It just looks absolutely perfect and you can see how much better this looks. So then after I do this process around the entire truck, go around, ceramic coat it, and then you just wash it like a normal vehicle. Again, that ceramic coating is going to help as a protective layer on there, not allowing all this mag chloride to just basically sit right on top of that stainless steel and react with it, because that is what all of this is. This is all chemical reaction with the stainless steel. So I hope this is informative for you guys, but that is such a massive difference. And this truck is gonna look brand new after I spend just a couple of hours doing the whole Barkeeper's Friend Windex and ceramic coating solution. So I wanted to insert this clip here so you guys could get a good idea of what a transformation, again, using the Barkeeper's Friend Soft Cleanser. Look at the amount of basically all of this tarnish coming off of this truck. It's insane, but the difference is crazy. So this is why I am so pleased with my Barkeeper's Friend Windex solution, then coating this. It's gonna stay looking like this. You can see how orange, yellow, and just completely stained this is. And this looks like utter and absolute perfection. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was a little bit shorter of a video, not really a DIY tutorial, how to clean a Cybertruck, but this is kind of the last piece of the puzzle, I'd say, with the Cybertruck, because I was very anxious to see what these trucks would look like after winter. My assumption was they were literally going to look exactly like this. Mag chloride stains all over it. And I was really anxious to actually know if my solution here, Barkeeper's Friend Windex, would actually remove that, because really the only other way you can actually remove deep staining like this is to go in and sand it like they do at the factory. And come to find out, this works absolutely perfect. The abrasive nature of that soft cleanser, Barkeeper's Friend, the acidic nature that is going in there, and then neutralizing it with that Windex works absolutely perfect. So my findings from this are, if you have an uncoated, unprotected Cybertruck, especially in an area that has a harsh winter climate with lots of mag chloride, salt brine, whatever they're putting on the roads, it's gonna look like hell in the springtime. So this may be the case. You want to do it every year. Maybe you come to springtime. Realistically though, I think once you protect it with a ceramic coating, you're not going to have to do this all the time. That's the whole point of it. Again, creating that kind of barrier that goes on top of the stainless steel, not allowing all those chemicals to get to the actual stainless steel. They're just sitting on top of a ceramic coating. And the beauty from what I've been seeing is after you coat the truck, you really treat it like a normal painted vehicle. You run it through washes, you can hand wash it at home, you can use waterless wash, which actually doesn't work with bare stainless steel very well. And you just wipe up fingerprints, the bugs come off easy, you're not scrubbing the living heck out of it. So I hope this was informative for you guys. Winter is harsh on vehicles and the Cybertruck is absolutely no exception. This is probably one of the worst I've seen actually in terms of what winter actually does to your vehicle. So thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. See you in the next one soon. Bye-bye.